You ready?
Hey, listen!
Get some.
Yeah.
Hey, listen!
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lawrence's Let's Plays. Today, guys, I'm bringing to you a special part one of a four-part episode I'm putting together for Infinite Magicraid that took quite a bit of research to come up with. But this is going to be me detailing who I believe the best heroes are that represent each mark. That being the red mark, the blue mark, green mark, and force mark. Again, as I'd stated previously, this information is intended primarily for newer players, but can certainly help players that are mid-game and even late game. To my returning viewers, thanks so much for your continued support. If you are new to the channel, thank you as well for stopping by. Guys, do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to become one of Lawrence's Legends if you haven't already. Nothing left to say. I'm Lawrence, and let's play. So this took quite a bit of research to come up with this list. So here we go. Go into the gallery. And we're going to go ahead and select red mark, epic, and legend. Keep in mind, disclosure before I begin this, I do want to let you know that I did not include mythic heroes, as this is primarily centered around newer players like myself. Because keep in mind, I've been playing the game for about 3.5 weeks at this point, and I didn't include mythics because I wanted to only include epics and legends. And why did I do that? Because those are the much more accessible heroes that we can all get through summoning, saving up our summons and things like that. Where mythic heroes, 3.5 weeks in, I think I've got 11 of the mythic shards, and it takes 100 just to summon a mythic. I will be putting together a video in the future, however, that details who I think the best 3 mythics are. But moving forward, let's go. So first off, in red mark, and I'm going to do this in ascending versus descending order. I like to start from the lower level and then go up. So third place in red mark, I am choosing this girl from the Forgotten right here, May. And I'm going to kind of briefly go over their skills. I'm not going to do a real in-depth, analysis of their skills, but just to give you an idea of why these characters, I believe, are the best that represent their marks. So red mark, third place for me is May. One thing, she starts out with a speed of 1,000, which is great. A lot of heroes in the game, primarily, you're going to see about 980, 990, so she's just a little bit faster. 220% attack damage to a single enemy, deals 10% more damage for every one layer of debuff the target has up to 50%. Spooky Thunder, basic attack. 3 stages of 60% attack damage to all enemies. 40% chance to inflict Horrify for 1 turn. Chance increases by 10% for every 1 layer of debuff the target has up to 40%. So that can get to be, depending on how many debuffs the target has, that can actually go up quite a bit. May deals 80% attack damage to enemy targets with debuffs at the end of her turn. Right here is what I really like about her. 200% attack damage on her Thunder's Punishment active skill, which can be reduced to a 4-turn cooldown if you raise the skill up to level 5. 20% attack damage, 20% attack damage, 15% chance. So it's a pretty high percentage chance. You're going to reduce that, or you're going to increase that chance to 75%. Reducing enemies' attack by 40% for 2 turns is really good. Also, if you look at her exclusive, gains 50% piercing rate on exclusive 3. Increase damage by 50%, has an additional 50% piercing rate for this one. And reduce the target's effect resistance by 50% for 2 turns after successfully inflicting Horrify on them. I mean, that's not great, but pretty good. I like the Horrify as a control debuff skill, reducing the chance of an enemy hitting you by 50% chance to fail their roll, so to speak, to just outright miss. So pretty cool. I like her. I think she can do quite a bit of damage, especially based on this layer of debuffs, increasing the damage for the single target. Yeah, she can snowball some damage pretty quick. My second place for red mark is going to be Sigmund. Good old Sigmund, who is, where is he? Right here in Sword Harbor Guards. Sigmund is great. Why is he great? Because, like I'd stated before, HP burning in this game is fantastic. probably the best. Poison being pretty close. I'd say it is the best defensive like dot damage that you're going to do, or rather best dot damage you're going to do in the game. That's debuff dot damage. 30% chance to leech against targets. The chance goes up 40, 50, 60, 70%. Or I'm sorry, the 40% chance to inflict 1 layer of HP burning will go up to 70% chance. Deal damage to a single enemy, inflict 1 layer of burning for 2 turns. Grants all allies a shield by 20% of max HP for 2 turns. Great. Each layer of HP burn deals extra damage, caps at 9% of signal's HP by 3% of max HP if the target is under HP burning status. You can see down below. You can get that to a cooldown, a turn cooldown of only 3 turns. This is what really makes him good. He is a great tank, and he does a good job supporting his team as well with the shield. Sigmund takes 12% less direct damage right off the rip with his passive skill. Increased by leveling that skill up to level 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, so 20% less damage. Meanwhile, he has a 20% chance to counterattack when taking direct damage. Doubles the chance that the attacker is currently under HP burning status. So a 40% chance, excuse me, to counterattack the enemy is really good. Can be attacked or stacked with the buff counterattack. And then deal 200% defense damage to all enemies with a 60% chance to inflict 1 layer of HP burning for 2 turns. Leveling that chance up becomes a 100% chance. HP burning, all enemies, reduce the cooldown to 4 turns. He is really, really good. I'm not really going to go over his exclusives, but the exclusives just make him better. And then third place. Third place with a bullet. I want to point out this is with a bullet. Catherine is absolutely the best red mark hero, period. I would even say, and I'm going to do a video in the future on this within Infinite Magicraid of who I think the absolute best, like the most required for later game content heroes are, and Catherine's definitely up there, and who I think the absolute best heroes in the game are. Catherine might be #1. I mean, she is that good. Why is she so good, Lawrence? Well, let me tell you. Deals 2 stages of 100% attack damage each to a single enemy. Second stage, which has a 60% chance to inflict feebleness. Increases damage taken by the enemy by 40%. And you see, if you level that up, this skill to level 5, it's a 100% chance. That's really good to make them take more damage. Grants consolidation 2 on all allies for 2 turns. Reduce that to a 4-turn cooldown. Reduce the damage that all allies take for 40% for 2 turns. Excellent. Restores all allies HP by 4.8% of Catherine's max HP at the beginning of each turn. That can be increased to, I believe it ends up being like 8% or something. Grants all allies counterattack and a shield by 40% of max HP for 2 turns. Can reduce that, leveling that skill up to a 4-turn cooldown. Also, I will point out her exclusive level 2 High Spirited increases the shield value to 60% of max HP. So she is amazing support. The best support unit, I would say, in the entire game. Again, I'll be doing videos on best support heroes, attack, as well as best defensive heroes. But I would say, yeah, she by far and away, with the ability to buff her team and the support she provides with with a shield and healing the party, she's the best. And just to let you know, an honorable mention behind her would probably be Wim. The only reason why I'm not choosing Wim is that Catherine is a female, much better version of Wim, period. She does everything that Wim does and even better. So that's pretty much my list, guys. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you guys for stopping by to let me go over this first video of this 4-part series I'm doing with you guys. You know, for more Infinite Magicraid content, be sure to keep it locked right here at Lawrence's Let's Plays. And with nothing really left to say, I'm Lawrence. This has been Lawrence's Let's Plays, and I am out of here. And I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Have a terrific night.